Hello Internet! So, I'd like to start my vlogging hobby, thing, dealio, whatever it is. Lots of hand motions. Anyway, I'd like to start by talking about the end of summer. I spent a good amount of time being both productive and extremely lazy, planning and getting things done and procrastinating at the same time. I spent my last day of summer by hanging out with my friend Luke at Andy's music store. They have an incredibly huge, just giant amount of awesome instruments. They have harps and sitars and tongue drums and awesome range of guitars, basses and amps and cymbals and everything that you could possibly want, sort of a thing. And later that night, I played some music with my friends in my garage. I'd say that the highlight of the night was when I went to Clark Park. And I've got a lot of really good memories there. I went to the first two places I ever found geocaches, which was here and here. And then I visited a spot underneath the Addison Street Bridge that reminds me very much of the smoking hole from Looking for Alaska. And then I just kind of rode around. I enjoyed the sunset and just kind of listened to music and thought about things. I also visited the little side street behind WGN Channel 9 Studios where I learned how to drive when I was 15. And then I went to the third level of the Target parking lot where you get a really cool view of downtown, another great view of a really awesome place to just sit and watch the sunset, and this really cool place that looks like it's meant for a giant paintball field. It was really fun to go back to all these really close to home favorite places of mine. And then I just kind of came home and sat around. I walked down the little garden moss path that my parents have laid out in the front yard and appreciated how much effort they put into it, and just kind of realized that it feels great to not have to do anything. And I know that's just like saying, well, yeah, everybody knows that laziness is great, but it's the point that you can take days like those. And it was just one of those days where it was really good to just appreciate all those cool little things. I thought about how productive my summer was and about how much fun that I had with it, and how I basically had 4 months off, and it's been probably the best summer of my life, and how despite weather changes and going back to college and just having to do things in general, trying to get a second job, I've had this kind of philosophy that summer never really ends and it just goes through a cold phase. Unless you live in Florida. Then you're lucky. Not if you get hurricanes. I'm really glad I don't get hurricanes. Anyway, it was a good day. I spent most of it by myself, but it was still fun. I visited all of my cool little favorite spots around my neighborhood, and it was still a nice way to sort of bring a small amount of closure to the summer and transition to everything else. And that's my question for you guys, is do you guys have any favorite spots to constantly revisit, like the footbridge or any place? It doesn't really matter anywhere. Do you go for specific days, or do you do, I don't know. I'm weird. I do weird things. So, but yeah, let me know. Do you have any favorite places to visit? Comment downstairs. Yeah. Definitely forgot to sign up. See you guys later. And then I visited a spot very